Okay, dreamer please.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll be looking at the latest check-in event and what you should be selecting. Of course, if you are a veteran, this may not apply entirely, especially if you have everything you need already. But before we begin, I just want to mention that there is a gold drop event in Adventure. The gold drop rate is increased by 77%, and not only that, everything in Smart Mode and World Boss shops are on 20% discount for 6 weeks, but there is no more monthly limit for your purchases. Everything has been restocked in the shop, so go spend everything you have. They have already mentioned that there will be no currency conversion and all currencies will be erased on the 29th August update. Okay, so back to the check-in event. The first thing in the new check-in event would be the boss weapon selector. If your Shane doesn't already possess 2 World Boss Lethal Fangs, then I think it is time to get one. Or alternatively, if your spinner doesn't have 2 World Boss Crit Flails, then you can pick up one as well. You need to bear in mind at this point that when the new item upgrading system arrives, your +5 awakened weapon can become a +10 without using other copies and simply via power up. So this check-in event is really just for you to get extra duplicates of items, and if you're still not sure what I'm talking about regarding the new item upgrading system, make sure you watch the developer's notes review I linked above. Same thing goes for the boss armor selector. Honestly, the boss armor is one of the most underused items, I must say. Many players simply build revolutionary armor instead, so it depends whether you want to go for HP or counter. HP is mostly used for all PvE heroes, while Shane, being very conditional, may sometimes opt for counter to utilize her effect attack. So if you previously never ever had boss armor, perhaps HP would be a safer choice. We also do not know how strong the new raid bosses are, and if they continue to do heavy fixed damage, this could come in pretty handy. Then we have the Awakened Boss Duel selector. By now you should already have gotten the Revolutionary Duel from the Mythical Awakening check-in event, so I believe crit damage is less of a priority. There are other good choices here, mainly being Lifesteal, Counter and Lethal. Lifesteal is quite a must-have for most of your PvE frontline at the moment, so having more is always okay. Counter and Lethal are more conditional duels, which can make a difference in both your PvE and PvP depending on who you give them to. Lethal Duel tends to be used on heroes who you hope will use more skills in arena. For the raid item selector, if you still lack speed items, then you have no choice but to take speed. Once again, remember that with the new item upgrading system, you can upgrade raid weapons to dragon weapons with the new ores and gold, so there is no hurry to build them up if you wish to just wait for the new system to kick in about 2 weeks. If you already have many speed weapons, well, congratulations to you, so maybe it is time to start looking at raid armor. HP is one of the safer and commonly used choices, but sometimes block is also possible because there was actually a period where block was heavily used, probably due to the lower occurrence of crit attacks in the meta. So you never know when exactly a certain substat could be viable. In light of the new item upgrading system, it may be good to just get a variety of substats since you can easily do power up in future. As for accessory selection, these are all just normal accessories which are really not very competitive at the moment. However, that said, evasion and crit damage are still very important accessories to be used as substats for your DPS and arena units. Alternatively, if you already have sufficient of those, I think the only other few useful ones are the resistant rings. Some people do use silence resist on their Dylans, so that may be something you want to consider. And then we have the 2 special rings, the Willful and Guardian Ring selector. At this point, the Guardian Ring is definitely still the better accessory in many situations, be it PvP or PvE, so you will want to pick that. Remember, do not use this as a substat, it should always be the main base accessory. For the Galedas and Isabella ring selector, for new players, most of it will not help much except the Isabella's Vigor. This is still one of the most useful accessories in the game to sustain any hero. Apart from that, with Shane having a very strong effect attack, many players are starting to build a crit damage with Isabella's Illusion for her. So you can consider getting the Isabella's Illusion to be a substat for Shane as well. Of course, there are many other accessories such as the Galeda's Madness, Isabella's Evil Eye, which are heavily used in PvP. And if you are done with your most optimal PvE setups, feel free to try your luck upgrading with these as well. Just make sure all these are used as substats. Hopefully this simple video gave you a much clearer and non-confusing idea of how to best utilize the selectors. Once again, if you are not too sure about the upcoming huge changes to the game, be sure to watch the review I've posted and how to prepare for it. Do give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, hitting the bell icon as well. Thank you so much and see you